Hey YouTube, I'm Simone here. Welcome to another episode of Sipping with Simone. I'm in a little bit of a rush. I'm going to try to do this video quickly. I am in the beautiful island of Jamaica. I'm in Montego Bay, Jamaica at the Rose Hall, Ziva, and Zilara all-inclusive resorts. I'm their Zumba instructor for the week. And so I am having so much fun, meeting so many people, eating so much food and having so much laughter. But I also wanted to take at least some time during this week to talk to you and do a Sipping with Simone episode. This is the only chance I have to do it, and the sun is like quickly setting and it's getting dark. So we're going to use what little light we have left and keep it pushing. The reason why I wanted to do this episode is to address some of the 48 comments on my sex dolls video. I didn't realize that my video would garner so many comments. It's my most watched video, my video with the most engagement, and so I figured, okay, I need to harp on this, but also like a lot of you have some really interesting interventions that I wanted to address. So without any further ado, let's address them, shall we? A lot of the comments, well, first of all, thank you for your comments. Thank you especially for the positive ones. But a lot of the comments kind of veer towards getting a doll, buying a robot is a much better investment because, you know, women are so expensive and just take your money and you save yourself from heartbreak and STDs and having a woman talk to you, etc. When I read those comments, I found that to be very dangerous rhetoric and very unfortunate rhetoric that we have come to a point in our society that men are like, forget women, I could do better all by myself. And so many women feel the same way. Forget men, I can do well all by myself. It is not surprising. I believe the Bible talks about there being like enmity between men and women, and woman, your desire shall be for your husband, and kind of this idea of the battle between the sexes. So there's always been a battle between the sexes. I understand that, I get that. But as a society, if we get to a point where we no longer want to deal with the other sex, the other gender, I think that's problematic. And I think there are anybody, I really feel like I'm on a therapy and counseling tip right now. And I really feel like anybody who kind of like discards the opposite sex is somebody who might need some therapy, and, you know, we need to undo and resolve all of this anger and angst we have towards the opposite sex. That's not to say that I don't acknowledge people's pain or I don't have any empathy for like people going through it. Because so many men have done women really, really wrong. And by the same token, so many women have done men really, really wrong. So I totally get why some people would much rather deal with a doll than deal with a human being. The only issue, however, is, I believe it was Aristotle who said man is a political animal. And I'd like to expand that and say man is a social animal. Humankind, human beings, are social creatures, and we need one another. And so when I read these comments about, for so long, women have used sex to control men, and now the doll industry is taking the power back. Women price themselves out of the market, not bringing a lot to the table, divorcing and alimony, etc. Google MGTOW, I don't know what that is. A lot of men are walking away quietly. Why do you think the marriage percentages are dropping, and even brothers are traveling to different countries like Brazil and Ghana? Now, I realize in the comment section of most videos and most articles lies kind of the underbelly of humanity. So I don't believe that these comments are representative of most people, but they are a little, I don't want to say concerning, but it's unfortunate nonetheless. All I can say is that for the survival of the species, not even from a Christian standpoint or yeah, from a sexual standpoint, just from an anthropological standpoint, like for the survival of the species, women and men do have to, we somehow have to heal that gap, that chasm between us, and come together and figure this out. And I have no suggestions or solutions for that, just that it's an observation and it's something that we have to figure out and do. Somebody said here, when those things are able to move on their own, women are really going to have to step up. Moving sex dolls are going to redefine relationships between men and women, and the one thing women are going to have to do is to take accountability instead of writing it off as bashing, blaming, attacking, and shaming them. Put logic first before emotions. Another person said women have been fully replaced. And it's a sad day when men, and I say, I'm going to direct this comment in particular to men. Men do not want to, some men do not have the emotional capacity, it's a mosquito, emotional capacity to understand women, are not emotionally involved enough to understand women, do not have the emotional capacity or development in general to connect with people such that they will settle for a robot. It is super loud here for a video. Those are my perspectives. So hopefully, I'm doing this in a rush. Hopefully that made sense. I hesitate to ask you for your opinion, but since I'm on YouTube, that apparently is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get engagement. So I'd love your opinion on this and what you think. If robots are truly going to replace women, go back to my first video if you haven't seen it, look at the comments and tell me what you think and how you would respond. I haven't responded to half of your comments because I don't have anything to say. But I will tell you that robots are not going to replace women because the world needs thinking, breathing women, and if you as a man can't handle that, there is Jesus in therapy to help you with that. That's all I got to say. Mosquitoes are going to eat me alive, so I'm going to end it here. I'll talk to you later. Next video, you'll probably see me. The next video I do, I'll probably be back in Canada. But wish me luck, wish me safe travels, and I'll talk to you later. See you. Bye.